Now, if you watched my review of this Ducati Monster, then you already know the one thing that really got under my skin. The rear brake sucks. And I said I would fix it. So that's the whole plan today. Oh, and a quick thing before we dig in, this Monster isn't even going to stay here with me. It's our giveaway bike. So one of you is going to end up with this in your garage. I'm gonna tell you how to do that at the end. Now, everything else about this Monster is really good. It's just the back brake is absolutely worthless. And the really annoying part is that you can bleed it, feel like a genius for about a week, and then it slowly goes soft on you all over again. And it's not only this bike, pretty much every Ducati I've owned and almost every Ducati out there has had some version of this same problem. This got serious enough that there was an actual NHTSA investigation and a recall over the rear brake hose, thousands of bikes. And the official fix was to take the old hose off and put a new one on that looked identical, and then it ran the exact same route, right past the exhaust in the same way. Which pretty much tells you that the hose itself was never really the problem. It's where it runs. The catalytic converter is the big culprit. To do its job, it has to get insanely hot, upwards of, and I'm not kidding, 1,000 degrees. And your brake fluid is sitting just a couple inches away trying to live through that. So new hose, old hose, it doesn't really matter. Even an aftermarket exhaust system won't completely get you out of the situation because the line still runs past the rear headers. Now, if you go looking online, the popular fix is to hang a heavy weight on the brake pedal overnight. And it sort of works for about a day or so. All it's really doing is holding steady pressure so any loose air bubbles drift up into the reservoir so the pedal feels firmer in the morning. The trouble is it does nothing about the water that's already worked its way into the old fluid. So the next time the bike gets hot and heats up, that moisture boils right back into vapor and back into the fluid. So hanging a heavy weight is a Band-Aid, and a short-lived one at that. So here's where that leaves us. We can't really move the line, and Ducati has pretty clearly decided that they're not going to move the line, which means the only thing left to change is the fluid. This is the Castrol React SRF racing fluid, no affiliation. 1 liter these days, it's priced just this side of $120. $120 for brake fluid. I mean, I've owned motorcycles that cost less per liter to run. This fluid is expensive, but the tools to move it around don't have to be, which weirdly is the perfect moment to talk about today's sponsor. Now, Temu has been everywhere lately, and it turns out you can find a surprising amount of useful stuff there for not much money. And they gave me 2 things to share with you. First, Temu is running a $0 shopping event. Punch my code, KJA8392, into the search bar in the app, not at checkout, into the search bar. And you can unlock select items for, and I want to be very clear about this, $0, free, a concept that my accountant does not believe actually exists. Now, let me show you what I actually bought with my $0 because it's deeply on brand. First, a pneumatic brake bleeder, a vacuum kit that is the exact thing that makes flushing a $120 fluid through a stubborn rear brake caliper about 10 times faster. You're gonna watch me use it here in a minute. And this foldable rear stand, which, not a coincidence, is exactly what you may need to get the rear wheel up in the air without a full-on rear stand. And because I have no self-control, a 1/18th model of a Ducati Multistrada V4 Pikes Peak, a tiny replica of my actual bike sitting right over there. It serves no purpose, and I regret nothing. And one more, because every garage wall needs something like this, a polygas neon sign, a gas station parrot smoking a cigarette. Times were different back then. So code KJA8392 in the search bar, link in the description. Go have a look before all that free stuff's gone. Look, Ducati runs these 90-degree V-twins and V4s, making a ridiculous amount of power out of a fairly compact engine. And all of that comes with heat. And that heat has to go somewhere. And it all seems to end up right where the rear brake fluid is trying to live. It honestly doesn't really matter which model. They all seem to cook the fluid in the back brake. Okay then, so why does a fresh bleed feel great and then go soft? It's moisture. No matter how good your system is, water finds its way in. Brake fluid is hygroscopic, which is a fancy way of saying it drinks water out of the air. Fluid comes with two ratings, dry boiling point and wet boiling point. But the one that matters is the wet boiling point. Dry is the fluid fresh out of a sealed bottle. Wet is the number your brakes are actually living at. A typical $5 bottle of brake fluid has a dry boiling point of around 500 degrees, which sounds fine. But its wet boiling point is only around 300. And remember that your catalytic converter starts working at 400 degrees and keeps climbing up towards 1,000. I mean, it's not a fair fight. Even the really expensive track day brake fluid, the good stuff that comes in for about 20 bucks a bottle, is about a 600 degree dry boiling point and only 400 degrees wet. It's better, but it's still not enough. So what we need is some genuinely offensively expensive brake fluid. This is the clever part, and it's the whole reason a single bottle costs what it does. The dry boiling point of SRF is actually a touch lower than the fancy track fluid, about 590 degrees versus 600. But the wet boiling point, the number your bike actually lives at, it's around 520 degrees. That's over 100 degrees better than the track fluid, and more than 200 degrees better than the stuff you buy at your near auto parts store. 520 degrees finally gets you into the range of surviving hot exhaust a few inches away. Does it actually work? Come on, I'm not about to send you off to spend $120 on brake fluid just on a whim. I've been running this stuff in my personal bikes for well over a decade. And even on my Ducati Multistrada, which has a terrible same problem as this, you can expect the rear brake to go a full 2 seasons on a single bleed. Put normal fluid in that same bike and the feel of the rear brake starts to fade within a few hundred miles. Now, your mileage really can vary. If you live in a moist climate, you ride in the rain a lot, you're still gonna need to bleed it more often. But if you want a back brake that actually does something for more than a single tank of gas, this is what gets you there. Now, one catch. Because SRF drinks moisture the moment you break the seal, an open bottle doesn't get to sit on the shelf and age gracefully. Once it's open, the clock is ticking, which is why in my garage, the day the bottle opens, it's SRF day. Everything gets SRF. The Ducati, the other Ducati, the other Ducati, the Aprilia, the Honda, the lawnmower, the weed whacker, probably, if it has hydraulic anything, it's getting the $120 racing fluid because the alternative is pouring money down the drain. And I've poured enough, quite enough down the drain already. So the move is, if you have friends who ride, is to gang up, split the cost of a bottle, and flush as many bikes as you can. Turn one absurd purchase into several sensible ones. So here's the fast version. You may or may not need to get the rear wheel up in the air. Depends on the bike. That Temu stand will do it, or if the bike has a center stand. The single most useful trick, you want the bleeder valve as high as you can get it, because air flows. If the bleeder is at the bottom, which is where Ducati loves to put it, you're gonna trap air and old fluid in the caliper. So we will reposition the caliper to get the bleeder as high as we can. So free the caliper, support it up high without straining the line or the ABS wire, crack the bleeder just enough, and then flush the old fluid through until clean SRF comes out, using that pneumatic bleeder to pull everything through fast and to eliminate any air getting in the line. Now, one warning, with the caliper off the bike, do not test your progress by pressing on the pedal. All that does is push the pads back together, and then you have to pry them apart before anything goes back together. Ask me how I know. But basically, that's it. So back to that giveaway I mentioned at the start. This monster and its $120 fresh brake fluid could be yours. Head on over to fanofthem.com/CanyonChasers to get your entries in. And while you're there, you can grab some exclusive merch, and there's a bunch of really fun ways to stack up bonus entries. Patreon members get bonus entries too. All the details are on that page. But remember, entries close at midnight on August 28th, so we don't have a whole lot of time left. The last bike that we gave away went all the way to South Carolina. So honestly, anyone, anywhere in the continental United States could end up with this amazing bike in your garage. And I think it should be you, don't you? Now, if you haven't seen the full review of the bike, that's linked in the description or at the end of the video. Watch it before you enter. Links to the Castrol SRF, the tools, and the Temu deal are also down in the description. Now, if you've done this fix to your bike and it fixed it, or if you've tried something else, let me know down in the comments. Click like, subscribe, and all of the other sacrifices to the algorithm. Thank you so much for watching. Ride on and ride well.